Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another WWE Mayhem video. And this video we're going to be doing the Anoai Family Reunion Full Clear, which requires The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Nia Jax. You can use any combination of them as a 1, 2, 3, or 4-star, because there is a 1-star Nia Jax. There is not a 1-star Rock or Roman Reigns. Why WWE Mayhem? Why? But first, we want to talk about the Raw victory, as there's pretty much no contest with Eddie leading the charge, and great job, Eddie, on pushing an event with horrible rewards. Much love to you, and thank you for the 100 gold, 10,000 bucks, and the full-blown Raw case, which should put me closer to 20, which will hopefully get me a 3-star Ronda Rousey. So, congratulations to Team Raw on their impressive victory. The Raw vs. SmackDown Live contest witnessed several highlights throughout the event, but the top players from both the sides take away all the attention. The Reliance Games teams, on behalf of the entire Mayhem community, takes this opportunity to congratulate the top 5 Raw and top 5 SmackDown Live players who gave everyone a tough fight and made it to the list. Team Raw, Eddie, Push Pendra, Vishwamani, C.A. Kaval, Harun. Team SmackDown Live, Virus 6969, Yogesh, Lucas, Z-Sult, Pietro, WWE. Unfortunately, Ashish is not on the list, and I unfortunately did not participate because I was kind of taking a couple-week break during this event and came in kind of at the end of the Jinder Mahal event, which I should have farmed up to a top 50 for a 4-star. Above all, huge thanks to all the Mayhemers for participating in this mega event and making it a grand success. Now gear up to make your mark in the upcoming events and continue to hashtag bring on the Mayhem. If Eddie posts his rewards, maybe I'll actually add it into the video if it's seen before it's done. So that's kind of cool. I'll take 100 gold for nothing. And just to show you guys the loot, we're at 83 1-stars. I only used 17 to get all of the 1-stars I needed. We're currently up to 27 2-star cases. We're back up to 2 3-stars. I have 2 4-stars. I'm just kind of waiting on. Nobody's giving me 20 bucks to open them. The mystery cases, I haven't opened them yet because, again, what if they add 4 stars to this case? Then all of a sudden the mystery cases become better. I did do the 20 premium case video. I'm back up to 2. I still have 2 icons, 12 SmackDown, and I do have 20 Raw cases. So immediately after this video, I'm going to do 20 Raw cases with women. We got 6 main event, 2 Royal Rumble cases. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to get these anytime soon. So let's start the event. And we're going to start with the Nia Jax branch. So I have not leveled up Nia Jax at all. My strongest 3 characters are the 3-star Roman Reigns and Nia Jax. My Rock is maxed out, so he shouldn't have a problem doing the middle pathway and the outer pathway. And it's only like 5 fights. So recommended rating 1600. We don't meet that. So there's 3, 4, 5 fights. And there's a triple team match. So let's actually go to the female pathway, because I think this is a tag match, and you'd be able to use all 3. So let's actually start with the female path. This is pretty much maxed out 2-stars, and you're going to have to fight 3 of them. So we're going to use Triple H and The Rock. So we have a huge advantage against this Triple H, as it is a near maxed out 2-star, but not quite. One thing to watch out for is if you run into Vigilant buff, don't even try to do a special on him. Even if he's stunned, he'll actually reverse it, which is utter crap. So watch out for that mechanic. Other than that, have a good time. This is not very hard. We got the charge on Triple H. I want to get him down. All right, now I definitely want to give him the people's elbow. So I kind of like these events, kind of like the Jinder Mahal. It forces you to use characters that you probably wouldn't develop normally. Not saying that you wouldn't develop The Rock, as I did work on 2-star Rock and 3-star Rock. But what are the odds of anybody actually working Nia Jax outside of this event? Before I got Alexa Bliss, I was actually thinking of maxing Nia Jax, if that was my first 3-star, but I decided against it. So let's see how badly Nia Jax does against near maxed out 2-star women. So we're going to go that pathway first, as I think that's going to be the most annoying. So we're going to spend 1 energy breaking this barrier. I think the middle path is going to be the hardest. So Alexa Bliss, we do have the advantage because Nia Jax is a powerhouse. So we do have that going for us. So Alexa Bliss will do less damage. Now with Nia Jax, you probably want to take things slow.
Here we go.
And by that I mean like counterattack with parries. Because slow strikers are definitely way better with charge attacks. So she lines up way too long on that. We're going to rebound chop. There's the power bomb from Nia Jax. Hits for 333. Again, you want to take it slow because Alexa Bliss can dominate you with speed. She's a medium striker from what I've heard. Again, a super long charge. And I'm sure it's planned that way to be easier AI from the opponents because a lot of people probably don't have Nia Jax level up. I imagine the women events are going to be more punishing over the next couple of weeks once people have females develop. But I eventually want to get all of the 3-star women maxed out just to make events a little bit easier. Unfortunately, there's like one brawler that's active. She's able to dodge out of that. But yeah, the way you play Nia Jax against faster strikers like Alexa Bliss, don't play the striking game. Grab them. I think that's the better way to deal with it. So one more and Alexa Bliss will get pinned. Okay, there she pulls through the combo. So as you can see, Alexa Bliss almost at a bar. We're able to parry that. And again, a super long strike. And I imagine if the difficulty was actually hard, you would not be able to get through it. So there's the pin on Alexa Bliss. And we're able to get her for the first of 3 female victories. And we really didn't take much damage. No healing necessary. So once we finish up with this event, I'll probably use either 3-star Rock or the other Roman Reigns. Now we have Bayley. And she will actually have a big advantage over us as you can only use Nia Jax. So this is probably going to be a lot harder than Ronda Rousey. Especially because she gains buffs as she's low health. Now I think it's only at the start of the match. So Nia Jax starts with Rage. And that's going to be a huge help to try to get through Bayley. Again, you don't want to try to finesse. And that was with a Rage buff. So we're not going to be able to do much to Bayley. As suspected, this fight's going to be hard. And you might take a couple tries if your Nia Jax is not leveled up. There's no shame in that. Bayley is not a bad character at all. There's the Luthez press. So I think I'm just going to let her get pinned and heal up. There's no reason to try and beat her from this point. So I don't want to waste the revive. Healing you can get easily from farming 1-star cases. So I don't really care. I kind of figured this one would be a pain in the butt. And yeah, I really wish they had better offers. Their offers just suck. Oh, it actually sent her to 0. It used to not do that. So I guess fight through it next time. Okay, so they actually fixed that. So if you get pinned over 0 health, you get sent to 0. Back in the day, it actually used to give you that little bit of health left, but now it knocks you out. So what is the proper course of attacking Bayley?
All hat and no paddle. That's all hat and no paddle.
We're going to showboat up to a bar. Maybe try to outstrike her. And if we get to... Oh, she got the 2 bars.
She's giving her the
There's the Bayley elbow drop. We're really not handling this very well, but my Nia Jax is not level up, and I refuse to level her up because I want to save for Naomi in the next event. So now she's going to be debuffing me, but I don't know what Nia Jax can do at 2 bars. Let's get off the leg drop before Bayley gets to 2 bars. Signature range, so this is going to do a decent amount of damage. Hits for 484, barely touches Bayley, so yeah. And she gets a heal because of massive damage. So, probably using special 2s against Bayley, not a good idea. Because you're just going to have to deal with that. They definitely got the face right on Bayley. I still think her tits are a little too big, though. Like they're almost Nia Jax level. Alright, so as long as we keep at 2 bars, the only way she can counter up, there's a low health stun, but she can't special 2 me because I would just grab her. So maybe we'll just chop her down and hope that she doesn't reverse. Because she can't actually, okay, there's a 1. She can't do a 2.
Look at this.
Headbutt hits for 289. That's not massive damage. We need to get to 2 bars. Nope. Alright, we got her down about halfway, but that's not low health. So I think one more time and we should be okay. I kind of figured this event would be a lot more difficult, especially with a class advantage versus a disadvantage for Nia Jax. If you haven't leveled up, you could probably do just fine. I haven't opened up all the 2-star cases yet, and I'll probably refuse to because you can't get... Well, it doesn't affect the Raw cases, but in the 2-star cases, you can't get Brie Bella or Becky Lynch. So there is that disadvantage. So we're going to heal up Nia Jax again. And we're going to use 4 heal kits again. And we got her down over halfway, so we can start pinning her pretty soon. She's going to start gaining buffs if we don't beat her soon. But we know don't use a special 2 on Bayley, because she can actually absorb a good chunk of damage. And I imagine against higher level opponents, even special ones will work too. I imagine it's after a certain threshold of health. I don't know if it's 10%, 20%, but there is a threshold. What the hell just happened there? Alright, we're actually going to have to reverse it because this is going to put her super low. There's a no chance if we get her to 0, but we do not. We do have her up for a pin opportunity, and let's see if we can put her away. It's our best chance at it, and we do put Bayley away. So it took 2 revives, but we did it. So not too bad. Alright, so in the third women's matchup, we have Ronda Rousey. And let's actually just heal up. We're going to need 2 more heal kits, just to top her off a little bit. So this is not a class advantage, but as you can see, the Ronda Rousey opponent is much stronger than us. So... no shame if we have to take a revive. But again, I don't want to level up Nia Jax yet. I want to save my leveling up for Naomi later on, as I probably will be maxing her out in the other part of this event. So Ronda Rousey is not gaining power like Bayley was. So you have that advantage for you. You can keep the power advantage.
Look at this!
And yes, with daylight savings time, you get free stuff, or your timers go up an hour sooner, which is why we're getting the Marvel Strike Force notification now instead of at noon. So, Ronda Rousey does use a special one. We're going to get some good damage on her.
Leg drop.
It's for 757. That signature rage is probably going to be really good with Nia Jax. Alright, so we have a bar. Let's showboat and maintain the bar. And it looks like Ronda Rousey gains steal on taunt. That's a pretty powerful mechanic, so you can't taunt Ronda Rousey, which kind of makes sense. There's the Rousey arm bar. I don't think it's enough to tap out Nia Jax, though. Could we be seeing that at the TLC pay-per-view? And injured, too. That kind of makes sense. Alright, so how do we deal with the rest of Ronda Rousey's health? We don't need her beyond this event. So even if she gets injured, it's fine. We're going to go off another pop-up Samoa drop on Ronda Rousey that almost puts her at 0. Not quite.
This is it.
And we almost get the pin on Ronda. We do get the Vigilance, so we're immune to debuffs, and there she wastes a special too. So it looks like we're going to win this fight.
We know what's coming.
We're going to do the charge just in case.
Anything goes in this
that was a trash can. That was cool. So it looks like the women have different no DQ moves. And there is why we saved it. So it looks like the Vigilant buff after kick out. Where's the low health stun at? We did not get a low health stun. So we're going to go off another pop-up Samoan drop. Was it her only signature move?
Pop-up Samoan drop. That'll be heard all around the
now
world.
she has no chance of kicking out because of the buff. Seems like both of her moves are Samoan drops, from what I've seen. Alright, so we beat all 3 women. We had to heal twice on Bayley. Technically as well as Ronda Rousey, however, we were able to pull off the victory there. So now we can replace Nia Jax in the next 2 fights. And now we're going up against John Cena. So you can see the stats of John Cena, not that high. Like, I'm sure Roman Reigns will probably have a field day with him. And that's a horrible offer. The offers that you probably do want to actually take are the ones that give you basic tier 3 weights or any tier 4 weights. I think if you see any of those offers for gold, it's worth taking. However, most of the event offers suck. You'll generally find yourself taking about 10% of offers. Now, keep in mind the samplers also have offers too the first time you do them. So, if you can clear the samplers, I highly recommend it just so you can check those offers. So, we have the power advantage on Cena. Do we want to use a spear on him? I think we do.
Signature move.
And there's a no chance, but Cena is still pretty high on health, and he's still over 50% even after that. So Cena's at 2 bars. Overrun does not matter since Cena has the power advantage. There's the FU from John Cena and Roman Reigns, and that'll basically even up the health. However, we got Raid now, so that'll do more damage. It looks like Cena tried to use a special. I don't know why it said special stop there. I'm going to go off the belly to back suplex, soften up John Cena into a pit.
I've never seen anything like this.
And we're going to get rid of John Cena. Alright, so we got a title match to complete the rest of the event. We're going to leave the 3-on-3 match last. So we have no need for Nia Jax anymore, and you don't need to level her up. If you have a 2-star variant, you probably do. Now, keep in mind, it is probably worth it to farm the rank up cases because you get 500 rank up keys. So you probably don't want to do a full clear on this event, if you can help it, because rank up keys are pretty hard to get. So let's take out Nia Jax and let's put in 3-star Rock. Alright, so we're going to start by using 2-star Rock against 3-star Rock against Triple H.
There's the bell.
So back in the day, I did level up the Rock.
We know what's coming.
A little bit. I think it was when he had heel on charge received.
People's elbow.
But then I decided to work on Ultimate Warrior, who had momentum. Alright, so the Rock gets a heel. Triple H is at 2 bars, but he's not going to do anything now that the Rock somehow got to 2 bars. So somehow he triggered an in danger. I don't know how he did that from the opponent. He's going to reverse it. He does not have a vigilant buff, so we're able to counter it.
Signature move.
And there's the rock bottom on Triple H.
That'll be heard all around the
But yeah,
world.
if you have a 4-star Rock or Roman Reigns, I highly recommend farming this event for rank up keys, as it's actually going to be a very easy farm. You do not want to miss this event if you have a maxed out. And even a maxed out 3-star should be pretty well. So there's the vigilant buff. Watch what happens when he does a low health stun. He automatically reverses it. And I'm pretty sure, yep, he automatically reverses it from nothing. So, no, wait. Did they fix it where he has to have power? Okay, so that's a little bit better because he used to automatically reverse for free. Okay, so they made the vigilant buff a little less overpowered because that used to be annoying. How he just automatically reverse and not get the momentum spent. So now they fixed it so it does. Like, he'll try to reverse anyways, but if he doesn't have the power, he won't reverse. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just if you're lazy, you can still get that off. Alright, so we're going to go top pathway because it's easier. And let's use our 2-star maxed out Rock. The more overdrives you have, the better. And this is why farming the 2-star cases is not a bad idea. Because you can essentially farm overdrive to your Rock. If you have a 3-star Rock, you probably should level him up instead. Because he will get much higher stats than probably any 2-star will. So, yeah, if you have a 3-star Roman Reigns or Rock, level him up. Don't worry too much about the 2-star variants of these characters. Yes, it's good to have 2 stars leveled up, but
double the reversal, double the fun.
3 stars generally will have higher stats until you get to like overdrive level 25 or so. If you can farm, and this is especially true with like the event cases and versus cases, if you play a lot of those game modes, you're going to be getting a lot of overdrives for 8 specific characters. So focusing on those 2 stars is probably not a bad idea. Like, for example, Macho Man, Ric Flair, Dolph Ziggler, Kalisto, Daniel Bryan, Triple H, Samoa Joe. And I forget who the 8th one is. But any of those characters, pretty good. And you can see The Rock has a heal on one of his abilities, so healing is pretty premium in this game. So there's the special move vulnerable, which means that if the Miz gets the 1 bar, we can't get reversed. So he's going to get signature rage, and even if we have 2 bars versus 1, he's going to reverse here. We can't reverse it. It's one of the mechanics I really don't like in this game. Granted, a signature 1 is not that big of a deal compared to special 2.
The people's elbow. He just unloaded
So there's
on
the people's elbow, and again the Rock healing.
Are you kidding me?
So that's kind of cool for long-term matches.
Uh-oh.
He can definitely go the distance. We're going to have to rock bottom and put the Miz away. He cannot reverse it.
This is the move that makes him famous. I can't watch
because
this.
I initiated. So the Miz is going to get a chance to kick out, and he does.
Almost.
But there's fatigue from kicking out. He's still going to be able to get off the signature. So that hits for 497. And let's get off the people's elbow again. If I remember back in the day, the heel effect did trigger after you won the match. So you can see how much health The Rock has. Let's see if we maintain that after we come back to this fight. So we're down about a third health. Let's see where we're at when we come back. Yep, and you can see The Rock did get a heal because his health bar is higher. So now we have The Rock, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, and Harper. So don't be afraid to use moves that heal you as a final move because you will still heal from it. I know from experience because I used to do this with Ric Flair all the time before they nerfed his abilities. And you can see he did heal up about half of the damage he took. And we're going to reverse the tag out into the rock bottom. I still think the AI is pretty dumb when it comes to tag outs.
That'll be heard all around the world.
Injure and fatigue. Fatigue is really good, but can we actually get to a bar?
We know
Bray Wyatt is going to be able to heal at low health, so we definitely want to deal with Harper if we can. I kind of want Harper to actually special. So let's get his power down. Probably taking a reversal is not a way to do it. I haven't seen the Bludgeon Brothers on SmackDown lately either, so should be interesting if they ever do get a 4-star version. Right, so The Rock took some damage there. Again, I don't know why it said special stop. There's got to be a bug with the mechanics. There we go. Quick reverse. Can we finish him off with the people's elbow? Again, this is the move that heals up as well. So if you have this in your repertoire, use it because you're going to get a heal.
It's poetry in motion.
Big long pin meter on Luke Harper. I'm still going to call him Luke, even though I know it's Harper. I think it was a Wyatt family name. That's probably why it was said like that. Alright, so next up, we have Finn Balor. Basically a maxed out 2-star, but Rock's been doing pretty well. And we do have the advantage against high flyers, which is weird. Actually, I think Roman Reigns is going to have the advantage, yep.
I think they have something to say to these superstars.
We got Roman Reigns striking away. Roman Reigns is probably the best powerhouse in the game by far. We're going to off the special 2 on Finn Balor as Roman Reigns not working by the hour. Superman punch on Finn Balor hits for 772. And there's the fatigue. That's really good in this situation. We don't have the overrun anymore, but that fatigue is going to wear him down. And it lasts a long time. So we're going to be able to get to 1 bar. That fatigue was devastating. Let's get off the Hollywood Spear before Finn Balor gets to 2 bars, and he's not going to have a chance to kick out. That is going to be an easy victory for Roman Reigns. So the Roman Empire made Finn Balor crumble as badly as Baron Corbin did last night. Shitty wrestler, awesome theme music, by the way. And somehow I have a feeling if they do put a 4-star Baron Corbin in, it's going to be the bald version. But God help us if they do that. I think that should be the 1-star version. Alright, so next up we have The Rock versus John Cena. We have the big damage advantage as the opponent's John Cena is only rank 2. I tried to, early in the day, talk garbage about how badly the 3 stars are, but Reliance Games defended it. I just think the power creep between 2 and 3 stars is very small compared to 4 stars. And the other problem is the fact that it's a lot easier to get 2-star overdrives than 3. So you're going to run into a time where the 3 stars become less useful than 2, unless you get a lot of overdrives.
Good cover. Is it enough?
Like, it'll actually be better using 2 stars in events than 3s because of that. So, John Cena's going to get injured to 0. Let's actually charge. That way we keep the power.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he's going to be able to kick out once. Unless we hit the slider on success, then he does not kick out. So, one pro tip is that if you land an unblockable attack, like a strike, swipe, you can immediately follow it up with a special, and the opponent cannot counter it. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat X, if anybody's played that game, where if you're doing a combo, your special cannot be blocked after hitting it. So now we're going to do the middle pathway. As I said, if you have a high-level character, this is where you want to farm. If your Nia Jax is maxed out, you might want to consider the bottom pathway, even though Bayley's annoying. I think the top pathway is the way to go for farming, but we're going to do the middle pathway now for the YouTube community to finish this event out. Even though you probably should farm the rank up keys. It is a great farm for it. The People's Elbow does not put Triple H at a pin. He's like 2% health off. Alright. So there's a special too. I'm not going to be able to heal up from that. There's the pedigree. Hit for 521. Okay. So we've got to reverse. But we can reverse back. Yeah, that's a lot better than it used to be. He could infinite reverse and it wouldn't cost anything. No, he actually reversed that too. Okay. Maybe it's still annoying. I don't know why. Maybe the low stun prevented it. I'm not sure. So maybe it is still annoying.
Excruciating pain. He's in danger of being
But the last time I did it, it got blocked. So I don't know if like the stun prevented it or what. I'm not sure. Either way, interesting mechanics from Vigilant. I still don't like that mechanic, and I don't like Vulnerable. I really think both of those mechanics just need to go away. Because the characters that have them are overpowered characters like AJ Styles. It should be on people that can't gain momentum easily. It just makes them really good. Alright, so now we're going to fight Steve Austin. So it's suggested I use the 2-star. I'm going to use the 3-star so I can try to heal him up a little bit.
Oh, they can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
We're going to take the charge there. Steve Austin still has injured, but we're able to heal that up as well because he still has the heal on charge received. So that basically does nothing. The injure lasts longer than the heal. That's different. That one hits for 501. A lot of damage. Let's get off the rock bottom on Austin. I thought we had the advantage. That still hit really hard though. The rock is low. I'm going to purposely kick out of that. It's not a low health stun situation.
Are you for real? Uh-oh. We know what's coming.
I probably should have not charged, but I didn't know if I was going to get the low health stun. So, yeah, we'll heal up the rock before this next match. Now, one thing to note is that if you're doing this match with a female on your roster, you can still do the match, but it'll only be a 2-on-3. It'll be like a handicap match. So that's why we did the bottom pathway first with the women. That way, we wouldn't have to deal with it. Okay. So let's heal up the rock. Let's not use that one. 7 times to basically heal the rock up to full. And we're going up against Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre. All 3 of these are weaker than the Rock. But don't take that lightly because you have to deal with 3 of them. Luckily, The Rock does gain momentum pretty well. He's a pretty decent character. So is Roman Reigns. Both of them are actually pretty good. It's Nia Jax that I think is pretty bad. Powerhouses, unfortunately, are usually slow, except for Roman Reigns. So a lot of powerhouses are bad because of their mechanics. Alright, so maybe we can get a tag reversal. Alright, we got the dodge. That's good. There it is. So Braun Strowman will actually be low. This fight might actually be easy. There's the rock bottom on Braun Strowman. If we can pin him here, it's going to be an easy victory in this fight. Why did I heal? I didn't need to. Braun Strowman dominant. And that's the advantage of tag matches. The AI is really dumb in tag matches still because they'll always try to tag out even if they have the momentum disadvantage. So they said they made the AI smarter by not double reversing when they know they're going to get reversed. Or they're not going to try to reverse you if they're getting charged and you know you can counter them and they can't. Well, the AI is still pretty dumb on tags. So now we're going up against Goldberg, and this is the last matchup before Cena. Alright, so here we're just going to take the damage. Because he'll just reverse me otherwise.
Spectacular!
Wow, he's getting lucky on these charges. But that's kind of what you have to do with powerhouses. Powerhouses have to charge. Otherwise, they're pretty bad. That time we do get a heal with The Rock. And there's no injure mechanic. Somehow, Goldberg got to 2 bar. No chance on that spear. But he's going to be able to heal up. So Goldberg actually doing some work. I'm definitely not against the no chance mechanic, but I definitely do not like vulnerable and vigilant. I think those 2 mechanics need to go away. I'm alright with no chance though. Double fatigue. I don't know how we got that. Looks like the AIs is weaker than mine because this is maxed out. And I was going to go off the 2-bar people's elbow, but unfortunately Goldberg got to 2 bars. So we're into swinging neckbreaker into a pit.
Too much. Outstanding.
And we got him. So during the Super Showdown update, they made pins even harder to do. But it's especially unfortunate for my Samsung devices because it's already harder to tap on glass versus plastic. And I don't have an OtterBox case in my Tab S4 yet, so I'm kind of out of luck there. If you have a plastic screen protector, it's probably easier, but that's why I prefer to play on the iPad. Plastic is more susceptible to touch than glass. Glass, you're not going to get as much precision versus I don't know why, but like fingers react better to plastic than glass.
We've waited a long time to see these 2 match up.
Because I've tried to play off the Tab S4. It's a lot easier to kick out of or keep somebody pinned if you have plastic. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about that, if pins are easy or hard to do, but I find it hard to do on glass. And I imagine that you could probably get used to it, but it's just way easier playing on plastic.
Howling spear! That'll be heard all around.
I know it's a minor detail, but unless Samsung pins are just less responsive, then I don't know. But there's just something about playing on the iPad where it's just easier to play the game. And the load times are reduced. That's one area that I feel that Mayhem does need to work on, is the load times are still ridiculous in this game.
I can't watch this.
I haven't got my hands on the new iPad Pro, the one that just came out recently. I probably won't buy it because there's no headphone jack. And I'm not about the no headphone jack life. But I'm kind of curious to see how fast Mayhem loads. And I would love to do a loading test video with all devices. So he was able to kick out.
Look at this.
But he's going to have no chance kicking out of the Superman punch because he already kicked out at a danger.
No. Bam! He just unloaded on him. I've seen it all tonight.
John Cena gets pinned for the 3rd time, and that'll complete this event. Again, if you have maxed out Roman Reigns, The Rock, or even Nia Jax, this event will probably be a little bit quicker for you, but All of this took about 35 minutes to do. A little over 30 minutes to do. But it was a pretty cool event. I like the fact that you get rank up key. I don't understand the tier 3 basic, but I think it's only like 1,300 to get a full case, so I don't know. Overall, I'm actually pretty happy with the event. I just wish that the events weren't so light this week. Like, you get one event a day, and nothing like actually spectacular. Sure, you have a week to farm these events, but I don't find superstar difficulty of any of those events being fun, because you basically need maxed out 4 stars, or pretty close to do the middle pathway, and even the bottom pathway is pretty hard. The top pathway isn't that bad, but yeah, I just feel that the Raw and SmackDown events, and possibly even the class bottom pathway of Superstar, need to be toned down just a little bit, but that's my opinion. So, if you like this video on the Anoai family reunion, where we're going to be seeing the other half of it later this week, please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe, share this video amongst your friends, and as a favorite, check out my other WWE Mayhem videos playlist, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono, my Instagram, which is HollywoodShono's got, and who is ready to use the Usos and Naomi in the second half of this event. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you guys think that I should be buying some of these cases, how many cases I should buy, and have a wonderful day, kids. Should I buy 50? What do you guys want me to farm for?
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!